Bonjour à tous and welcome back to Social English. Today, we are going to listen to a conversation where a client, Monsieur Dubois, is asking his social worker Sarah about including his 25-year-old son in his family's income tax declaration. Sarah will help him think through the possibilities using basic if clauses. Bonjour, Monsieur Dubois. Welcome. You had a question about your income tax declaration, specifically about your 25-year-old son. Yes, Sarah. My son, Antoine, is 25. He is still studying, but he also works part-time. My wife and I both work. With our 16-year-old daughter, we usually pay taxes. A friend told me that if we include Antoine on our declaration, we might pay less tax. Is that right? It's possible, Monsieur Dubois. In France, if your son is under 25 and is still studying, you can choose to include him in your tax household. If you do this, it will increase the number of tax shares for your family. Tax shares. What does that mean? Think of it like this. If you have more tax shares, your taxable income gets divided into more parts, and often this leads to a lower overall tax bill for you and your wife. Since you also have your 16-year-old daughter, adding Antoine might give you even more of an advantage than if you only had one child. Okay, that sounds good. So, if we include Antoine, we will definitely pay less tax? Not necessarily, Monsieur Dubois. If you include Antoine, you will also have to declare his income on your tax form. So, if his part-time income is quite high, it might usually increase your total taxable income, and you could end up paying more tax. Ah, I see. So, if his income is low, it's better to include him. Yes, generally. If his income is not very high, the benefit of the extra tax share will likely outweigh the tax on his income. However, if he earns a significant amount, it might be better for him to file his own tax declaration. What if we don't include him? What will happen then? If Antoine files his own tax declaration, he will be responsible for paying his own taxes. You will lose the tax advantage of having him as a dependent on your declaration. However, he might be eligible for certain tax benefits as a young adult feeling independently, especially if his income is low. So, it's a bit complicated. If we want to know for sure what's best, what should we do? Yes, it can be a little complex, as the best option depends on your specific financial situation and Antoine's income. If you want precise advice, it would be best to consult with a tax professional. They can look at all the numbers and tell you definitely whether including Antoine or having him filed separately will be more beneficial for your family's finances. In this conversation, Sarah helped Monsieur Dubois think about whether to include his 25-year-old son in their income tax declaration using if clauses. We heard how if a condition is met, like if your son is under 25 and is still studying, then a certain result will or might happen, like you will increase the number of tax shares, or you might pay less tax. We also learned some words related to this topic, such as to declare, to officially state information, include, to put someone on the form, tax advantage, benefits that reduce the amount of tax you pay, lose, to no longer have, benefit, to gain something good, increase, to go up, and decrease, to go down. Remember that tax rules can be different for everyone, and it's always a good idea to get professional advice for your specific situation. That's it for today. Join us next time as we continue to explore how to navigate different conversations in English. À bientôt on Social English!